Hey everybody, and welcome to Stock Abilities. Today I'm going to be covering kind of a continuation of the other video for what the Wall Street analysts are saying about Battery Day. Not my own input. This is just their different ratings. I'm going to cover each and every one that I've found, and then I'm going to give a little bit of a quick input on what I think of Tesla's future at the end of the video. So make sure to like this video, comment below your own input on this, and share it with friends, and subscribe to the channel if you like this content. And jump right into it here. That basically Tesla had kind of a big event. A lot of people were super excited about it. The problem with that ultimately was that essentially they've already known about it for weeks, months, years, not years, but almost a year in anticipation of this event. So a lot of that anticipation was already baked into the aspect of they already kind of suspected what might be coming. And then it came, and it was, it wasn't a bad presentation, but it wasn't exactly anything bullish in the short term. A lot of the stuff was pushed to years out for potential production of things, and then a promise of a car within 3 years, not within a year, not within months, but 3 years. Of course, they took a big hit today, and we're going to give just some input on what different analysts say. Goldman Sachs basically raised it from to neutral, raised price target to 400 from 295. So kind of a bullish, kind of a bearish. They're neutral. They're a little bit more positive. Tesla stated that it could release a $25,000 car in about 3 years as a result of the reduction in pack cost. We believe that a vehicle at that price point would help Tesla to address a wide range of the light vehicle market. We expect the ability and timing for the Tesla to fully achieve these targets to be one investor debate post the event, as Tesla has not always met its past targets. Keep in mind, I did in the other video that Tesla, aka Elon, promised this back in 2018 for 2021. Now he's saying that's going to be another 3 years for basically the same thing he already promised back in 2018. So we'll see how that progresses. Wedbush, neutral price target raised to 475. This is a massively hyped event for Musk and Tesla, and the battery production cost targets were staggering, which, if achieved, would be a potential game changer for the company's cost structure and price points going forward. The stock is down on knee-jerk reaction, as the biggest disappointment of the event from the street's perspective was around no million-mile battery announcement, in our opinion, as this was widely expected to be unveiled. And then, of course, JP Morgan, underweight, price target 65. They're a little bit more aggressive about it. Like other Tesla investor days, Battery Day was not without share of lofty goals and grandiose projections, although these were of a decidedly longer dated than at past events, which, along with a more hedged tone in general, we think could be helpful in managing near-term expectations this time around. Overall, we felt Better Day was effective in reinforcing the confidence in Tesla's ability to continue to lead in terms of battery cost and performance, although we still see the shares as substantially overvalued relative to the fundamentals. I'd agree with JPM on that. They're trading at a 1091 PE ratio, so 1091 times their earnings. That's very, very obscene for any company, even Tesla. Not saying that Tesla isn't positive for the future. I'm saying that the valuation that it currently sits at is ridiculous. You have to remember that it also recently split, so its current share price is a 5 times a split, or a 5-for-1 split of that price on top of the PE ratio, which gets kind of ridiculous. Then RBC here, underperformed a price target 290. Overall, we believe that Tesla's long-awaited battery day disappointed of elevated expectations, as it highlighted some near-term stagnation of price reduction of current lithium-ion batteries. While next-gen battery manufacturing technologies and products are ambitious, some are not unique, and others could be further out than hoped. While we still believe Tesla is overvalued, given the interest in the name, weakness could be bought. So they're sort of like a mixed bearish. They're not really negative or positive. They're just like, maybe it'll go up. Bank of America, neutral price target 550. To fund core EV growth and initiatives announced at its Battery Day, we expect Tesla will look to raise low-cost and widely available capital, likely well beyond its already announced intention to opportunistically raise $5 billion in equity in early September. Simply put, in our view, Tesla is a new disruptive auto company that may or may not be dominant in the long term, but that does not matter as long as they keep funding outsized growth with almost no cost capital driving capacity expansion, which justifies a high stock price in our view. Once again, PE ratio 1091, 1091 times its current earnings. I think it's already kind of overextended at this point. That's just my personal opinion, though. Then, of course, Credit Suisse here. Neutral price target 400. The success of Tesla's battery strategy will rest on its ability to successfully ramp manufacturing. Yet, we'd argue that there'd be a number of challenges ahead in ramping manufacturing. Tesla has a spotted history on manufacturing in the past, while Tesla now carries greater experience and also has a significant capital. Its plan to ramp on new technologies won't be easy, and there's a lot of work to be done. This shirt's a little bit outdated, so we're going to jump to basically what it's currently trading at today at this point. The market's taking a bit of a hit. September is generally a bearish month for the markets, and it is currently down $36.14. 8.52%, day after its battery day. It did take a bit of a battering, pun intended, essentially because a lot of this news was kind of already expected. There wasn't, I mean, some of the stuff was kind of neat to think about, but 1091 PE, now it's 998.93 PE, still, even with that original PE from earlier that I mentioned, I didn't realize it dropped this much, but it's 998.93 according to Google at this point. That's still an obscene, earnings prediction, overwhelmingly just, way out there. That value is to me just obscene. Even at 387, 400, 400, 800, 1,200, 1,600, 2,000. So, it's trading still at over like the equivalent of 1,850 to 1,900-ish per share. That's still a pretty ridiculous amount of valuation if you think pre-split what that price would still be. What I think of the future of Tesla, it's promising, but for the stock price, I don't think it's really worth getting into. There's other companies that do EV. There's other companies that do variations of what Tesla does that are trading at a much lower PE that are actually, in my opinion, way, way undervalued comparative to Tesla. It's up to you if Tesla is something you want to choose, but the P ratio alone just wants to keep me away from it. There's a lot of hype attached to Tesla and a lot of hype attached to its future. The problem with that, based on just these mixed reports, seem that they're trying to kind of offset and sell and trim rather than be bullish on the longer term. So I'm thinking that we might experience more of a downturn and then kind of a flat line like it used to do pre-2018-ish, where it went up a good bit and then it kind of flatlined for multiple years until 2020 hit and it just went ballistically up. And, that's up to you guys what you feel is worth it or not. Personally, I'm not going to touch it. I don't really trust Tesla at this valuation. Just my input, though, we can see where it goes into the future, but you got to remember that, pre-2019, pre-2016 to 17, it really didn't do a whole lot. Now, Elon wasn't a part of this the whole way through its history, but as you can see, iffy. I wouldn't trust it, but that's up to you guys. Feel free to leave in the comments below your own input. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're not. And don't forget to like this video and comment and do whatever you want with it. And have a nice day.